So, it seems like the anime series of YouTube and their unlimited fuck-ups continues on into today's episode, which features more things that didn't need to happen, but did, due to how messed up YouTube truly is. So let's navigate our way to Twitter and see what we have here. We have ourselves Nicholas Diorio bringing this to light. So, I'm being told that Team YouTube has permanently demonetized Arliss based off his community guidelines warning. He will never be able to monetize in the future, and this was allegedly confirmed by manual review. I'm shocked. And if we expand on the image even further, we can see the video in question is Fortnite in a nutshell, and the policy that is supposedly violated was violent criminal organizations. And this right here is the second image within Nick's tweet that says, "Hi, LTCobra. We have suspended monetization on your channel, LTCobra, for non-compliance with our partner program policies. This may include community guidelines violations and or copyright issues on your live or deleted videos." Okay, so let's back this up here a second. You mean to tell me that a YouTube channel had the entirety of their channel completely demonetized? Their monetization is completely removed because of a warning, not even a full-fledged strike. A mere warning where YouTube takes no action typically. They just give you a warning to say, hey, this is why you're warned, don't do this again type of thing. But LTCobra is being severely punished as if he did something so horrid that it would warrant his channel to be completely and permanently demonetized. But he simply got a warning. How does that even make any sense? And getting back to this image real quick, this statement right here scares me. This may include community guidelines, violations, and or copyright issues on your live or deleted videos. Emphasis on deleted videos. So you could get penalized for content that isn't on your channel. You could reform your ways, reform your content, and you could have removed it, completely gone from your channel. But the thing is, YouTube can penalize you for how they see fit. This truly frightens me, and this shouldn't even be a thing. Are people not allowed to change? Are people not allowed to make changes to who they are, and they still have to be punished for past content? That right there is not okay, even in the slightest. So continuing on here, Nick tweets out, hopefully some YouTubers who follow me can retweet this and get this up the chain. Team YouTube has now become one strike and you're out. And we have ourselves the image accompanying this tweet that reads, and I quote, "Hi John, thank you for reaching out via chat earlier. We're sorry to hear that you're having trouble with your client's account. It looks like monetization has been disabled. In this case, monetization was disabled due to receiving community guidelines strikes." Okay, first off, I call bullshit on that. A warning is not a full-fledged strike. It is a one-time free pass where you are warned of the things that you have done wrong in hopes that you never do it again. A warning does not equal a full-fledged strike. So this right here seems really, really fishy to me. And speaking of fishy, let's keep going here. Nick tweets out, "This policy is so new that the website doesn't mention it." And as we see right here is an image accompanying this tweet that reads, and I quote, "If your content violates this policy, we'll remove the content and send you an email to let you know. If this is your first time violating our community guidelines, you'll get a warning with no penalty to your channel." Keep that in mind, no penalty. If it's not, we'll issue a strike against your channel. If you get 3 strikes, your channel will be terminated. You can learn more about our strikes system here. Again, I call bullshit on that because with the situation involving LTCobra getting a warning, he got severely penalized. And this right here, what we had just read with, and I quote, "You'll get a warning with no penalty to your channel," is entirely and utterly false in this situation. Now getting back to this tweet slash image here, I got a little something to read from this. The second paragraph down that says, and I quote, "Channels that have received a correct community guidelines strike for this specific violation will not be allowed to monetize again in the future, even if the strike has expired. You heard that correctly. So if a video was to be taken down under the premise of violent crime organizations, that right there means that you will never be allowed to monetize your channel again in the future. And that is especially scary if it happens to be false, like in this scenario here. So on to the second example. We have ourselves the user anonymity that tweets out the following. Team YouTube, what the hell is going on? My second channel just got terminated. It got separate new community guideline strikes for content that fall directly in community guidelines and still got terminated. What the fuck? And we have ourselves an image accompanying this tweet that reads, and I quote, "Hi, Anonymity2. We have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our community guidelines. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. We know this is probably very upsetting news, no shit, Sherlock, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all." Okay, I call 100% bullshit on that. YouTube is not a safe place for all. Not even close. Like, how can you say that YouTube is a quote-unquote safe place when you have bullshit like this going on to creators that are being severely punished for little to, well, no reason at all? Let's be real about this. There's no reason at all behind this. Anyways, getting back to the image right here, I want to read this out right here. And I quote, what our policy says. Content that glorifies violent criminal organizations or incites violent acts against individuals or a defined group of people is not allowed on YouTube. So aside from the bullshit fuckery that is YouTube, I hope you guys are beginning to notice a bit of a pattern here so far, because at least as far as these two instances go, both of these channels have been severely punished because of the policy that goes against glorifying violent criminal organizations. And it's actually really funny because in a video previously that I had done, there was a video that got taken down because of, and I quote, violent criminal organizations. And you know what that video was about? A waffle tipping over. Yeah. Wrap your head around that one. So when YouTube makes the declaration that they are a safe place, I 150% disagree with that sentiment, because how can YouTube be a safe place when you have channels being severely punished for little to no reason? Like, this right here is the antithesis of safe place, because you have channels that are either losing out on the ability to monetize their content or just straight up having their channels deleted for no reason. That right there is not a safe place. That right there is very, very, very unsafe. Now, before we end things off here, one final thing I want to do. I want to give a shout out to the YouTubers Tipster and Optimus for bringing attention to these issues right here. And frankly, we need to have more YouTubers come together and call out YouTube on their bullshit once and for all. This is not okay. YouTube went from being a fun, happy-go-lucky, organic place where you could be yourself, be creative, and broadcast yourself and be the best that you want to be. But instead, now YouTube has pretty much been reduced to a dictatorship, and that is something I ain't gonna be putting up with. Not a single bit. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what else I can say here at this point, so I'm going to wrap up this video, and I want to say thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for your time and loaning me your eyes and your ears on this important video. Please spread the message and this video around. I really, truly appreciate it, guys. You guys are fucking legends. Don't you all ever forget that. Have yourself a damn good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.